So we're back on our new construction job here in the Northeast. Perfect day for roofing.
Yes.
A little bit of nip in the air, late fall day. We're installing the insulation day, using their Rhinobond plates for their attachment. So Dave, what are we looking at here?
Well, we're looking at a typical insulation layout,
Right.
like you would do with any system.
Right.
Okay.
2 layers of, was that 2.5 probably?
2.6, I think.
2.6
Right.
layers insulation.
Right. The pattern is what?
I think it's 6, 10, and 12.
6, 10, and 12. Okay.
Yeah.
6 is the field,
6 in the field,
10 the perimeter,
10 in the perimeter, 12 in the
12
corner.
in the corner.
Yeah.
With that being said, that is not a corner. So this is all perimeter.
So why is that not a corner? Because we have that upper wall, upper roof above it, right?
Well, the building.
The building.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Yep.
So you notice we've got all these. See that nice, neat
Straight
row.
line.
So
Yes.
and we have more fasteners. What, 12, 16 feet out. So they must have done the math and figured they had a 16-foot perimeter all the way down this outside edge of this building.
Yes.
So we have more here, 16 feet out, versus our field,
Which is 6.
which is we drop down to 6.
Right. Which basically, if you're doing mechanically attached with 1, 3, or less, you're going to have 6 anyway.
You're doing the same thing as
Right.
you mechanically attached.
Exactly.
You're just beefing up the perimeter and the corners.
Yep.
So what else are we noticing? Well, let's say the insulation layout itself.
We say that you put the stagger on the bottom, put the full on top.
And I ask guys when I do trainings all the time, I'm sure you get, why do we stagger insulation? What kind of answers do you get?
Because we've always staggered the insulation.
Or strength, or it looks better.
Yeah.
So why do we stagger insulation on a roofing job?
You stagger to keep the pressure from the inside of the building, be it pressure or be it moisture.
Thermal drive.
Right.
So here we've got a 4x8. We got a 4x8, but we've actually staggered. We've got a 4-foot offset,
Correct.
if you will. And you can see here they've actually staggered off their bottom layer. So even if we didn't do that stagger, we would still be offsetting this, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, the great thing about not staggering the top layer on Rhinobond, when you look this way, you have a pattern.
Perfect line.
Right.
Right.
And you look this way, you have a perfect line.
Theoretically, I should have a Rhinobond plate and fastener every 2 square feet down this way, right?
Yes.
And if I didn't stagger, theoretically, I should have, in a nice perfect line this way, a Rhinobond every 2 square feet.
Yes.
So these guys opted to stagger their insulation. You can see we have a nice straight line here. And if you look down this way,
Not so
really
straight.
not in a nice straight line. I mean,
Right.
it works. The only thing it's just a little hard, makes the guy that's trying to find these plates a little harder. Because remember, once we kick out these 12 by 100 foot sheets, we're going to cover all these insulation plates. Now you got to be able to find them. So these are going to be pretty simple to find when the guy's using that magnet. Once he starts going this way, it's going to make his job a little more difficult to find these plates.
Well, and then to find the plates too, up there they used a squeegee,
Right.
which is fine.
Yep.
But if you have everything in the grid, you don't need
Just
to use
this speeds things up.
Yeah, you
And
don't.
you're saving labor.
There you go.
So what else along this wall, Dave? What did we notice on this wall here?
Okay, on this,
Along this perimeter wall,
right, we have our base attachment.
which utilizes when we take the sheet, which we talked about in the other sections. You can take your membrane up and go over the wall at one shot, and then you zap those Rhinobond plates, and that's your base attachment, right? Right.
Right. Now, we're two feet apart on our rows, right?
Right.
So this is 2 feet from this one. Or
That
that's
plate
2
to that
feet,
plate.
yeah.
That plate to that plate.
So we need to be 2 feet to there. And
No, we have that base
yes,
attachment in there.
yes.
So I did ask the foreman about this. I said, you guys might be missing. A lot of guys, I see this in a lot of jobs.
Oh, yeah.
They think they're that close. We don't need that. That's a totally different attachment than what you're utilizing for the perimeter. Because remember, how long is this building? 600-700 feet long?
Yeah, ish.
So that's a lot of wind uplift
That is.
to rely on your base attachment on that. So the foreman said, yeah, I didn't catch it in time, so the guys are going to actually go back and drop a row all the way down this.
Right. You can see right there, they have their tick mark
Yep,
where that row's going to go.
yep. So they actually did miss it.
Yeah.
Other than that, I mean, overall, it looks pretty good.
It does. It really does.